to build. I'm your host, Ricky Camilleri. Our next guest is absolutely 100% about to break through in this new ABC drama. Put your hands together for Alexis Swinton. Hi.
Hi.
Congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much.
What's going on? What is the show about? What's happening in it?
Well, the show's really about this little girl who's found out a plane crash, and this police chief who takes her in, and really about how her family, the police chief's family, adapts this little girl, and this little girl doesn't remember anything about herself. So really just how they teach her and how she teaches them.
Can I ask you a question about this little girl?
Sure.
Does she have magic powers?
No, I signed an NDA.
You signed an NDA that said you couldn't tell us if you had magic powers.
Or not.
Or not. Okay, so this is going to be tough then. What can you tell me?
I can tell you that it's pretty cool to play a character that doesn't remember anything about herself.
And may or may not have magic powers.
Correct.
When did you start acting?
I started acting when I was 3, actually.
How did that happen?
My mom's an actress herself, and so she thought that I had like the star quality that apparently actors have. And so she put me on to a few acting websites, and essentially I got a part, which is obviously a zombie movie, because raise your hand if you have not gotten, if your first role was not a zombie movie. There'll be no one raising your hand, except for you, okay? Except for you.
I don't know if I've ever been in a zombie movie.
You could instantly...
Were you a child zombie in it?
No, I was the kid who was freaking scared to death.
What was the name of this movie?
It was called... I forgot the name. River of Fundament. Thank you, Tom.
And then, I mean, obviously when you're acting when you're 3 years old, it's different from when you're acting at this age. How is it different? Do you know more about acting now? Do you feel like you're actually acting versus just kind of being 3 and scared and yelling?
For sure. I feel like I'm a little more present now, and I'm taking more in. And I feel like it's a big difference because I'm learning more and taking off more than what I left with, when I came with.
How is it working with Allison Tolman? She's a wonderful actress.
It's like the best. She has like one slogan. It's be kind to the crew because you're just a part of them. Yeah. So she's like the best person ever to work with. I really have to say that. She's like the best. Yeah,
and how do you work on scenes with her? How do the two of you prepare?
Well, we basically don't prepare unless in the middle when we're in HMU getting ready to go on set after rehearsal where we're practicing lines. But other than that, we don't really rehearse together.
What do you love about acting?
The fact that you could be like anything. Like one day you could possibly be a fairy, the next day you could be a zombie, or even the next day you could be like a regular human in a regular world, which is probably the best part about acting. You can be anything or anyone.
What would you like to be the most? Fairy or a dancer or
I think the role I'm playing on Emergence is pretty great. That'd definitely be one of my dream roles, and I've gotten it. So I don't know how to phrase that. It's a great role.
It is the dream role that you never knew you wanted.
Well, I didn't know I wanted it.
When you knew about it, you didn't know that you
wanted this role specifically, yes, but I wanted a role like that.
What was the audition process like for you?
Well, I got the audition, and then I got a callback after the original callbacks. And so the day of the callback, I got called and saying, here's a surprise, you're actually going to the screen test in LA. Wow. So I was actually getting ready to rehearse for the callback, and it was the day of the callback. So I was like, oh, what a great surprise. And so we actually flew out the day before Valentine's Day to go to the screen test, and then the day of Valentine's Day, we did it. Obviously, when you're in LA, I have 2 favorite spots I have to go to for breakfast, otherwise I'm not going to survive. One of them is Earth Cafe, and the other is Porto's. Best places ever. If you can get there, I suggest you should. But so I decided, I had 5 minutes before I had to go for the audition, so I was like, let's go there, and then we can go from the audition to there. And so...
How long have you been going to those places?
Well, I went to Porto's starting October, not this year because it's not been October yet, but technically last October, but technically this October. I'm not sure exactly how to phrase that either.
2018.
Yes, 2018.
October 2018.
And then Earth Cafe, I think, for 2 years.
Really?
Yes.
You've been at this for a little while. You fly back and forth.
Well, my brother was actually on a show called Little Big Shots, and we were flown out to be there for him. And so there was this place that was like 3 minutes walk from his hotel. And so we went there, and that was Earth Cafe, and it was delicious.
So your mother acts, your brother acts,
And my sister sings.
and your sister sings. So it's a performing family.
Yes.
Do you ever perform together?
Actually, we do. My brother and I have this new skit on YouTube, Swinton Kids. You can watch it right now if you'd like. Not right now, but like, you know. And so it's a new skit.
When this interview is over, so you can be respectful, go watch it. It would be disrespectful if you pulled your phones out and watched it now.
Correct. Because, I mean, that's regular rules.
Yeah.
That's like the rules of life.
Those are the rules of living and the social rules.
Correct.
Okay. What is the skit about?
The skit's like a news skit, so it's a little like SNL Weekend Update.
Oh, okay. And you guys are reading and talking about the news, or is it
Yes.
fake news?
It's real news, but with joke spin. My mom actually writes it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like? Is it fun working with your family like that?
It's a ton of fun,
Yeah.
for sure.
Do you guys ever get into arguments over who gets the better joke?
Actually, speaking of arguments, I wrote a short film for my brother, my sister, and I. It was called Veggie Burgers. It's a vampire movie, but so I did not get my brother or sister to sign a contract. So the only thing I heard besides the words that I'd written were complete arguments like "I demand a hot tub scene" or "I don't want to do this unless you pay me money." Now that I come back to it, I should have had a contract. I really should have.
How did the movie come out?
Well, I'm still editing it, but it's looking good.
It's looking good. You got everything you needed, even without having the contract.
Correct.
Eventually, they bent to your will, and they did what was in the script.
Yes and no. Yes, they did what was in the script. No, they did not do what I wanted.
Oh, okay. I mean, that sounds like the typical life of a director.
Yeah.
There's compromise.
There is, except when it's your siblings. And then there's like no compromise. It's what they say has to go for them. Because I'm the middle child, so like I've been both the younger and older child. And it's pretty fun, but also a little boring and a little upsetting.
Being the older or the younger, or being the middle child?
Being the middle.
Really? Because the attention, you're not old enough to sort of be out of the eyes of everybody, and you're not the baby anymore. You're just kind of in the middle?
Well, not just that, but it's the fact that I'm also the early bird, so I go to bed earlier than my brother and sister. So, like, the one thing I've had that's most common than like anything else is having someone put makeup on me while I'm sleeping. My sister.
Oh, so you'll wake up with bad makeup on you?
Not bad, just like
she just likes to put nice
yeah,
makeup on
while
you.
I'm sleeping, which is a little annoying because like that day I might have per se maybe even school where I'm not allowed to have makeup on. So like it's another 5 minutes of just wiping makeup off my face.
Why are you such an early bird?
I have no clue. It's just something that I've always been.
I'm an early bird as well. I wake up very early. I go to bed very early, and I get grumpy if I don't get those two things, if I don't get my way.
That sounds exactly like me.
You get grumpy?
I do.
So do you want to make more films after this? I mean, outside of acting, you wrote Veggie Burgers, you directed it. Do you want to do more of that?
I definitely do. I mean, currently my mom and I are writing a book called Skyly, and it's really about this girl. It's based off of me, who's in 4th grade, and she lives in a multi-generational, multicultural house. And so it's really about her tackling the problems of the day with her family and friends. That's cool.
You live in a multi-generational, multicultural house?
I do.
How does that, in what ways?
Well, I have my grandparents living with me, and also my siblings and my parents. And my multicultural, I live in a Russian, Jewish, and Canadian WASP households. Yeah.
And you guys are on the East Coast, right? Because you're flying to LA for work every now and then?
I live in New Jersey, so I'm really lucky because I'm like 20 minutes away from set.
Right. The show shoots in New Jersey.
Yes.
Right. Amazing. So you don't have to wake up too early to get to set. You do?
Yes and no. When we were filming on the beach side, I'd wake up at 5:30.
Wow.
Which is, even though I'm an early bird, is early for me.
What kind of scenes are the hardest for you? Sad scenes, happy scenes where people are laughing? Which ones do you like doing the most?
I think that dramatic, scary scenes are the best. Hardest, every scene. The amount, I really think, equal amount of work because you really have to try your best for every single one of them. So really equal amount of work, I say.
Why are dramatic, scary scenes the best?
I mean, scary is just awesome. because you know it's not true and you know it hasn't happened, but it's still really scary.
Yeah.
And dramatic, I feel like it's real.
And there's a lot of scary scenes in this show, right?
I don't know if I could respond to that, but I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I think that's okay to say. You're
Yeah.
not giving too much away. You're just
No.
you're telling people that the show is thrilling.
Yeah, exactly. It is thrilling. You guys should watch it.
Absolutely. That's what we're here to do. Let's get people watching this show. I think we have time for a couple questions from the audience. Who has a question?
Hi. So I was just wondering if there was anyone that you're looking forward to or really want to work with in your upcoming projects in the future.
I really want to work with the cast of Friends. I'm the biggest Friends fan alive, and I mean like alive.
How did that happen?
I mean, it was on Netflix, and I was like, I'm just gonna binge watch any show, and it was just happened to be what the community is currently watching. So I clicked on it, and I was like, isn't this like that classic show my parents were always like, it's a great show? And so I watched all 10 seasons of it within 2 months.
Who's your favorite character?
Rachel.
Rachel is. Why is that?
Because
Haircut?
No, because I actually am her. I took the quiz. I'm 96% Rachel, 3% Monica, 1% Phoebe.
How much of that quiz did you actually relate to? I can't imagine that quiz wasn't like,
No,
how
it
much
was
do
a
you
kid-
date? Where?
No,
what
it was
apartment? What
it
does
was
your
the
apartment
kids'
look like?
version.
Oh, it was a kid's version. I didn't realize there was a kid's version of a quiz for Friends.
Yeah, it was for tweens. It was like for 12, but
Okay.
I was like, this is so great.
What made you most like Rachel? Like, what were some of the answers that made you like Rachel?
Let me think. You like style. You like fashion. You don't love cleaning.
You don't love cleaning?
No. But you still do it because your parents / roommate forces you to. And lastly, you work hard. That was
Alright.
pretty much, those were like the 3 main questions that I remember.
Rachel was like a type A go-getter.
Yeah, for sure. Because, I mean, she went from, like, asking her dad to buy her something to, in the end, getting an offer for a job offer in Paris. So,
Marrying Ross.
not happening in the show. Did not happen.
Doesn't she marry Ross?
No, she did not. She gets back together with him in the very, very, very last episode, but she doesn't.
Spoiler alert, come on.
Not a spoiler alert. Everyone should have watched Friends, okay?
I clearly didn't.
Well, you know something about it, so you watched.
I know a little bit. I know that they had coffee at a coffee shop called Central Perk, right? And one character constantly spoke with a kind of upward thing where you go, could it be anymore? La, la, la. You would do
Ross.
that. No, is that Ross? That's Chandler.
No, well, it's Ross and Chandler.
Oh, they both do that. And then one of them is dumb. Joey Lawrence is
Well,
dumb.
Joey isn't like dumb, but he's like
Oh, no, Joey Lawrence is from Blossom. Sorry, Joey from...
Joey. Correct. He's not dumb, but he's not like smart.
And Lisa Kudrow's the best,
Yes.
right? She's the funniest on the show.
I feel like she has like the weird character, which in a way is like the best because it's like she's like cleansing your aura, which is really weird.
And Chandler ends up with Courtney Cox's character, right?
Yes,
Who does Phoebe end up with?
Mike,
Who's Mike?
some random guy she met at the
does-
coffee shop though. Like there was some Mike.
Who
at
does
the coffee-
Joey end up with?
No
No one? Oh, Joey.
He's all alone.
That's so sad. Everybody ends up with someone in the final episode except for Joey?
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad. Didn't they have a monkey on the show at one point?
Ross's monkey. Yes, they had to give.
Oh, because he works in a zoo or
Yeah,
something.
he worked at a zoo, but he became actually a famous commercial monkey. It's true.
No, I believe you. This is very fun that I'm getting everything about Friends from you. 10 seasons of Friends in 30 seconds with you. This is great.
I mean, I really wanted to go to the pop-up for the 25th anniversary, but they were sold out by the time I'd heard about it,
Oh, I'm sorry.
which was the second day it was out.
Yeah.
So it was like gone, like that.
What's your favorite episode?
The last one.
Oh, really? So you binged 10 seasons of Friends. There's about 22 episodes.
24.
20. Thank you.
You're welcome.
24. That's a lot.
I know. My parents were not happy.
How old are you?
I'm 10.
10. I mean, that's about half of your life, I think.
You're incorrect about that. I mean, all 10 years of my life technically we're
I'm
well.
gonna do the math right now. It's like 22 minutes an episode, 24 a season, 10 seasons, 240 episodes, 22 minutes times 240.
It's,
I don't know.
Can I get a piece of paper? I'll do that. I love math. I just need a piece of paper.
We'll figure it out backstage.
Yeah, we will.
Let's get one last question before we move on.
Hi, this is an online question from Build Series. Someone's asking, you mentioned YouTube. Who's your favorite YouTuber and why?
That one's really easy. It's Wenji.
Totally, me too.
You have no idea who she is.
Wenji's amazing.
Okay, can you tell me one thing about her?
Oh yeah, there was that one time that Wenji was like on camera and was talking.
Okay. What
I'm not done. I'm not done. She's talking and she's telling that story, that super funny story.
Okay, what nationality is she?
I'm sorry, I don't go there. I don't see nationality when I look.
Okay,
at
well, you
people.
hear from her accent. Does that give a hint?
Again, I don't hear accents. I just like to stay away from
okay,
all of
like-
that. But she's very cool.
Okay, well, first of all, she's Australian.
Oh, I would never notice.
Yes, you would, because her accent is very clear,
According to you.
according to every person that has heard an Australian accent before. And second of all, first of all, why I like her is because, she's like, she does all these DIYs, and she has pretty funny videos. So, yeah, because she's funny.
You make sketches with your family. Do you have any hopes of sort of using YouTube for yourself and becoming a quote YouTuber?
Well, when you join YouTube and when you have an account, you instantly become a YouTuber.
Fair enough.
But a popular one, yes. I would.
Ricky slammed by 10-year-old.
Yeah, it's pretty much true. You definitely got slammed by me one time, at least in this interview.
What's that?
You got slammed by me at least one time in this interview.
At least one time.
At least.
At least one time. I'll go with that. Okay. Thank
It's
you.
true.
It is. I didn't disagree with you. I said it's true. I'll let you have
You
it.
said you'd go with that. It's different than saying it's true.
Okay. It is true. Alexis Swinton slammed me in this
Thank
interview
you.
multiple times. And Alexis Swinton slams it in ABC's Emergence, which comes out September 24th, right?
Correct.
Alexis Swinton, everybody. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you.